What's up, adventure travelers, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is part 2 of the New Zealand test ride, and we're only about 9 days away from the big launch. We're going to be going from one side of Australia to the other, and it's going to be pretty epic. The first couple of weeks of the ride is going to involve a couple of likely characters, a couple of good mates of mine that are going to be joining me, and I'm going to be looking forward to introducing you to Chad and Justin in the next video. But for now, let's get on with part 2 of the New Zealand trip. Had a few issues with the bike, the major one being the flat tyre that I got in Wellington. It's the birds outside. And there was a bit of a hairy part of the ride going over the Reinga in the rain. So let's get on with that, and I hope you enjoy it. Up from where we left off, I made my way down to Bayview, which was just north of Napier in the Hawke's Bay. Spent a couple of nights in a campground there, and then it was time to pack up and head down to Wellington at the bottom of the North Island. Good morning, adventure travellers. Beginning of day 6 here. It's still morning in the campground, so I'm keeping my voice down a bit. I've been at this campground for the last couple of days, and now I'm heading to Welly. Let's do a bit of a walk around the campground, just show you what it is. Here's the tent and the bike. Cozy little setup. Okay, that's the main block. You've got a few cabins there. Pretty simple little setup. Here's the kitchen just over here. Oops, and I think it's just started to rain. I better get the tent set up and on the road. Alrighty, time to leave the campsite, gas up, head to Welly. Bike's a bit cold, and we're out of here. Welcome to summer in New Zealand. Shit. What a mare. That is insane. Oh, it's raining lately too. Okay. So that was the Reinga range. It was pretty hairy actually. It was very steep and I was a bit worried about the back end locking up. Had 50 kgs of gear on the back, and if I had locked that back tyre, it would have all gone south. Anyway, the weather got better once I got over the mountains and I made my way to the campsite. It was about 310 kilometers of riding for the day, and despite the weather, it was a good day out all in all. Good morning, adventure travellers. I'm just outside of a lower hut. I'm just in a wee campsite, nice little campsite in a place called Dry Creek. We'll just do a little walk around. And the inevitable has happened. I have a flat tire, so I'm going to change the tire now. Adventure travellers. Well, yesterday turned into a right kerfuffle. Long story short, the tyre had a tear in the sidewall, so I had to replace it with a brand new Motos tyre. The Mitas tyres are particularly hard to get off, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the two brand new Mitas tyres that I've got back in Auckland. Anyway, here's the new tyre. Nice chunky new tyre, and I'm packing up here at the campsite and just about to hit the road. So let's get on the bike, hit the road. It's just about 20 past 9. Not quite the 9 AM launch that I was hoping for, but close enough. Anyway, let's head to Taupo. Okay, Google Maps says about 2¼ hours, so 9:30, 11:45, add in a break. I reckon if we make Wanganui by 12:30, then we're doing well. Let's go. On the road again. Good afternoon, adventure travellers. It's about midday and I'm just leaving Taupo after a very slow start to the day. Stayed at some friends last night and had a good catch up with them this morning, so just taking it easy today. Yesterday was a bit of a mare. I didn't get into Taupo until about 7:45 and it was stands up at about 9:30 in the morning. So we had roadworks, we had accidents, we had closed roads, and the day was really drawn out. So just going to tootle back to Auckland today and have another easy night before I head north up past Whangarei and up to Cape Reinga, the northernmost point in New Zealand, and head up there for about 2 or 3 days, and then come back to Auckland and edit all this footage and put it all together. It really is a bit of a mare trying to edit footage and upload videos when you're camping. It's something I didn't realise. And even just not having a table and chair to sit at while you're at your laptop and that sort of thing. So camping and vlogging are not the best of friends. But anyway, that's all part of the adventure and all part of the challenge of figuring out how to do things on the fly. And I'll just figure it out as I go. Anyway, I will check in again soon. Okay, here I am in T-Rail for lunch, and I just thought it'd be worth showing those non-Kiwi viewers about the great Kiwi pie. Well, great Kiwi and Aussie pie. Outside of Australia and New Zealand, meat pies aren't such a popular thing, but man, I'm going to miss them while I'm away. Here's what I'm talking about. If you can see that, and that's a steak pie. They come in mince, steak and cheese, potato top. Oh man, they're just the best. Don't really know why they haven't taken off in the rest of the world, but I'm really going to be looking forward to one when I come back. Anyway, back on the bike. Okay, lunch is done and dusted, and it's about 2:05. I've just realised that my helmet cam was pointing skyward, so not sure if any of the footage I took this morning will be usable. But anyway, that's just helping me refine my processes of checking everything's secure and turned on and synced up to remote controls, and all the packaging is secured down and all the zips on my jacket. Oops, I've just discovered that one's undone. And yeah, so we just need to refine all those processes, and I'll get it down to a routine that I'm sure soon will become second nature. But I'm still figuring it out, and this is what the shakedown run is for. Anyway, hopefully be back in Auckland by 5 o'clock, and I'll have another real bed to sleep in for the night before I head off 3 days camping. And yeah, I will check in with you soon. Good morning, adventure travellers. Okay, it's day 9. I think it's day 9. Leaving Auckland for Northland now, and typical shitty Auckland summer. It's overcast, it's just raining lightly, and this Kiwi weather does my head in. But anyway, let's hit the road, and hopefully there's sunshine in Northland, and I'll be setting up the tent soon. So let's hit the road. Here we are on the good old Auckland Harbour Bridge, built in 1956. It gets so windy up here sometimes that it's been known to blow small trucks over. And a kilometre away, it was pissing down, and it's dry as a bone up here. So much for the dry road at the top of the Harbour Bridge. Here we are, back into it. But I'm pretty confident as we get further north, it'll dry out. Gotta be optimistic. Just a quick word on being optimistic. I want to change my prediction to neutral, looking at what we've got ahead. But we're still in Auckland, so let's see in about half an hour or so. Whoa! Look at this! I think I want to change my forecast to disastrous. Good morning, adventure travellers. Well, I did make it to Kaikohe last night. I'd had enough of the rain, so I just pulled into a roadside motel where I had a lovely bed and a lovely shower. And although it makes today a bit longer, I'm heading all the way to the top of the North Island to stay in a dock campsite up there. It's going to probably take me about 5 hours to get up there. It's pretty late in the morning as usual, 9:30, so time to hit the road. Probably get to the campsite about 3 or 4 o'clock. So let's get on with it. Okay, about 10 o'clock in the morning in Whangarei. Today started pretty much exactly like yesterday. Weather started out quite nice. Now it's overcast and lightly raining. So it's probably going to be like yesterday, which was a shit sandwich. And if it's raining up the top of the North Island, looks like I'm going to have to put my tent up in the rain, which I haven't done before, and I'm not that ecstatic about. But anyway, nobody said it would be easy. Let's get on with it. Okay, so far so good. It's overcast, but it's not raining, and as long as it stays this way, I'll be a happy little camper. I've got to say, this riding in the sunshine really is the nuts after a day of riding in the rain yesterday. And wow, it really is a summer sport, motorcycling. Well, hey, my first gravel road. Wow, it's very dense bush around here, and the landscape changes pretty quickly. Feel quite elevated, but this campsite's down on the beach. Campsite's down on the beach, I understand. So we're going to be going over the hill. Hey mate, I booked online. Do I need to check in or?
Yeah, bro. I'll give you a sticker for that.
Okay, sweet. Alrighty, got the tent set up, and it's Rancho Relaxo now. Here's a little campsite. Let's go for a walk around the camp. Here's the estuary. That leads to the beach around the corner, which is pretty rough at the moment, but we'll go for a walk down there now. Whoa! It's coming to get me! There's nobody swimming there today, for obvious reasons. Pretty crazy out there. Might be time to go for a swim in the estuary. Ah, perfect timing. Just as I decide to go into the water, the sun goes away. Anyway. Ooh, it's looking a bit cold. It's not tropical. I don't think it's very deep at all, but better get in sometime. That's the way. Bit of a film on top of the water, but anyway, something's got to kill you sooner or later. Beautiful. This beat's going to work any day. Alright. Good morning, adventure travellers. Another night done and dusted in the campsite, and we're off to Cape Reinga. We're all packed up, bike's ready to go. Let's hit the road. Okay, we're on the road off to Cape Reinga, and just met a lovely guy named Scott who happens to know Murdoch Bull,
and an Irish guy named Shane, who was from Cork, where I'm ending the ride, and he was very kind to give me a little Cork keyring. Anyway, I better concentrate on going up this hill. Okay, we're coming to the tip of New Zealand, the northernmost point. I think we're here. Car number one closed, number one car park closed. Okay. Thought there was a lighthouse around here somewhere. Okay, we're here at Cape Reinga on an overcast day, but it's still a pretty awesome view. Let's see if I can capture this for you. There's the beach down there. Here's a panoramic view. I'll try and capture the whole thing. The beach over there. There's the lighthouse where everyone walks to. Off into the horizon. Those clouds are looking pretty ominous. Yeah. Could be some rain in my future. Okay, we're about an hour out from Kaitaia, but I'm pleased to report that the sun is shining. We've got a bit of light rain just out of Cape Reinga, but let's hope that it'll last all the way to Whangarei. Boy, am I looking forward to that coffee. 45 minutes to go. If you're on the road in New Zealand, get a wild bean coffee at most BP service stations. Amazing coffee for a petrol station, and it's about 15% cheaper than a coffee at a cafe. So you heard it here first. Good morning, adventure travellers. Last day here, day 11 in Whangarei. It rained overnight in the campsite, but the good news is it's not raining this morning. So going to pack up, head back to Auckland, and then we'll pack the bike up and stick it in the crate for Australia. Just give you a quick look at the campsite. That was my abode last night, and this is the lovely little campsite. And that's where I stayed last night. There wasn't much to show in the trip from Cape Reinga back to Whangarei yesterday, so that was short and sweet. And last day on the road today, so let's get into it. And that, adventure travel friends, was 3,000 kilometres around the North Island of New Zealand. Still here in Newcastle. The update on the bike is it arrived in Sydney 2 days ago, so it should be being unloaded off the ship, and we hope we're only about 6 days away from hitting the road. So pretty exciting that the next video will be from the road. It'll be the first video of the round the world trip. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and ring the bell for notifications. I'd love to hear from you, so leave some feedback in the comments below. And as most of you know, I'm raising money for the intellectually disabled community in New Zealand. The organisation that looks after them is named the IHC. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a donation. The link below will be in the description.
The page is Give a Little. And thank you very much from the IHC for helping the intellectually disabled in New Zealand.